Hello everyone, so today we will build a lightning web component that displays the record ID on a Salesforce record page, and this is a very useful component that helps you get familiar with Salesforce LWC, and you can easily extend it for more complex use cases. It is very simple approach and simple doing like the basic of the LWC, but as you might be aware that LWC is getting catch on day by day as to earlier we used to use aura components or visual source page, but nowadays lwc is on peak. Whenever we want to build a ui related component, we will go for lwc only most of the time, because it is very efficient, effective, and also its response time is very less than aura component and visual force pages. So yeah, let's dive right in. Hello everyone, welcome back to Trailhead Ranger NJ. I hope you are excited to get started with your LWC, and it's a very beginner friendly tutorial, and I hope you learn and enjoy it alongside. Don't try to do it side by side, just please look at the screen first, try to understand it, and then you try to do it. You will be able to do it. It's very easy thing. So yeah, first of all, what you have to do, you have to create a Salesforce developer org if you haven't done it yet. And if you want any guidance on that, you can check out the video related to it. You might find the link on the top as well as in the description box as well. And then you have to connect that developer org to the Visual Studio Code. And again, if you need help on that part as well, please check out the link in the description box or on the top in the cards. And after connecting all of this, then we have to create a lwc component. So how do we do that? You can open your Visual Studio Code, and after installing all the Salesforce related plugins, we can just go for command shift p. And then if you are not able to see this command on top, that is create lightning web component, you can search for lightning, and then the command will appear and you can select on that, and you can give it any name. So I will give it show record id. After doing this, my lightning web component is created, and then you can see whenever we will create a lightning web component, three files will be generated. First is html, then js file, and then the meta file. So meta file is nothing but consisting of the metadata, which defines our what the version we are using, and where this component should be visible. So currently is exposed parameter or property is false, so it won't be visible anywhere. If you want to try to access it in the Salesforce org, even after deploying it, it won't be visible. So what you can do, you can click on this and change it to true, and then as we want this value to appear on the record page, so what we will do, we will set its parameter. So you can see, just type in targets and then target, and then type in lightning underscore record page. So it will be accessible to record page only, not any other page. So we will deploy this, and just to check if it is accessible or not, we will go to our html and then type in hello, and then deploy that as well. After doing this, we will go to our Salesforce org, and I'll go to the accounts and then open any account, then go to its detail page, and then on the gear icon on the top right, then click on edit page. After clicking on edit page, you can go to details tab again, and then search for your component, that is show record id, and then you can drag and drop here. So now I will save it. After saving, I'll go back, and then you can see hello is appearing here. So that means our component is successfully deployed and visible to the record page. So now if I'll go back here, what we want to do is we want to show the record id. So at simply what I'll type here, record id is, let's keep it as it is for now. Now go to the js file. In js file, extend this. Now record id is nothing but if we will have it as a public parameter, then it will fetch the value from the record itself. That is, when we are placing the component on the record, that is on the record page, it will fetch the id from there, place it in this variable, and then this variable will show the value as an value as to on the component. So how we will do it, we'll type in @api record id. So api is a public decorator which gives access to this variable, that it can fetch the value from outside and place its value in there. And to define this api, we have to declare it on top as well, to fetch all the libraries of api from lwc. So after doing this, let's deploy this first. After deploying it, let's go to the html, and we have given like record IDs. So let's change this parameter to h1, so that we want it to highlight the most, and we will give the curly braces to show the record id, and then we will give our variable name here. Our variable name was there as record id, so you can just copy paste it here, so that you can avoid any spelling mistake. And record id is simple text which we want to show, and h1 is the html tags. So let's deploy this, and let's move back to the Salesforce org, and now refresh this page. You can see on the details tab that record id is coming here, and you can match this record id which is present here. Otherwise you can just replace it there and try to refresh it again, so that it will land on the same page. So if I will go to accounts and open any other account, suppose gene account, the record id will be changed. And even let's do it for some other account as well. Let's go to Salesforce. So you can see the record id is different, and of the same account which we have opened up. You can do the same for any other component, any other object as well. It's not object specific. So suppose if we are to display the record id of contact, so we'll go to the contacts, and let's open any of the contact details. And component is not here, so I'll just add the component here. So it's show record id. Let's drag and drop here, and then save it. Activate this page as our default desktop and phone. Save. Let's move back, and then we will go to the details tab, and you can see that record id is coming for this account, same as mentioned here. So I hope you get the understanding of how and why we are using this api decorator, and how we can just simply fetch the record id of a particular record, and then use it for multiple business complex scenarios. So if you do learn something, please like it and subscribe the channel, and stay tuned for more other scenarios. And if you have anything in mind to ask, please let me know in the comment section. And thank you. Stay tuned.